networks today are not only hybrid but heterogeneous. In other words, they include a mix of different components. But we got all kinds of difference. There's so much stuff on these networks you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't know unless you go into a server room and take a look at what's in there. Most system administrators don't even allow technicians inside the server room for the most part. I didn't allow too many of my techs in my server room. They needed something for me to fix, and they come and knock on the door. They say, Mr. B, we don't know how to do this, and I'll go out. I wouldn't let them sit in what layers they're talking about. Only thing I want you to do is know what's happening at the physical data link and network layer. Why is that? Because that's where you work at. You work at the physical layer. That's where you're at right now. You're at the physical layer. Data link layer is broken down into what? Two sections. Media access control called MAC, MAC, MAC address, and logical link control, LLC. Yes. Media access control. When you saw the MAC address, as soon as you went to those commands that I gave you, go ahead, go back into IP config all. Take another look. Under IP config all. In IP config all, under your Ethernet adapter local area connection, that's where you'll always be going to your actual network card in your computer. That's the Ethernet adapter local area connection. Remember, there's no number after that. If there's a number after anything, that would be a virtual software. Now, in this case, if you look at Ethernet adapter number 3 and look at number 2, you'll see that it says something about what? VMware. Do you see it? Is that a yay or is that a nay? Ethernet adapter local area connection number 3 and Ethernet go down into your in your command line, and it says VMware Virtual Ethernet Adapter. On the one that says Ethernet adapter local area connection, that is your actual network card. There's a difference. Your network card and the physical address numbering on your virtual, where it says VMware, that is your MAC address, physical address. You have to learn. See that? Well, I won't break it down. In those 3 layers, I want you to be very, very focused on those 3. Not so much that you won't get those other. Transport layer 2 is, you can go ahead and read about it, because if you take an exam, like let's say the network exam or the Cisco exam, they're going to give you the answer to a lot of things, and the question is basically going to be down at the bottom. You'll have to, in other words, understand what they just said in that big old paragraph, and then you have to apply that question to it. On page 268, in other words, basically what they're really saying is, from one computer through the cable to another computer and or another device. Do you need to know the bullet statements on the 802 standards? Well, I would say give it a cursory look. Compatibility. In other words, you want to call yourself a tech. I have one that did this too. mistakes, especially if you've been doing this for a pretty good while. You try not to make mistakes, because when you make a mistake, you are spending somebody else's money. And as soon as that, whoever, what I call them, budget authority, in other words, this guy. Well, I couldn't do nothing but about that. You got to go in. You have to be administrator to do that. You go into your control panel. Once you get in the control panel, go into your networking sharing center. Once you get into a networking sharing center, I want you to go in to the left-hand side. It says change adapter settings. Change adapter settings. Go into change adapter settings. Now do a right click. Go to control panel. Change that to setting. And go into properties. You should be able to get into the properties because each one of the students are the administrator. Look, the system administrator is not going to let you go in as an administrator on your actual machine. That's why you have the virtual software. The difference between which ones you're in. You can try on our old, if it won't let you in on your actual machine, it's not going to let you in on most of the tools. It's not going to let you in on none of the tools. Your virtual machine is put on your computer so you can actually go in and look at these tools. Go down there and read the description. Then go ahead and hit the quality of service package schedule. Read it. File and printer sharing from Microsoft Network. Read the description. Each one of those. Do you see where it says you can install or uninstall almost anything? Half duplex communication, full duplex communication, that's on page 271. NIC configuration, network, in other words, each card must have a unique hardware address called a MAC address. Every network card has a MAC address. The reason why every card has a MAC address, and the reason why, for the most part, intercommunications within a local area network, they don't need IP. When I say they don't, I'm talking about your level 2 devices. They don't need IP addressing. It's the MAC address. That's why the level 2 and the level 3 devices are different, because they do different things. For you to go outside and communicate, you would need all of these to communicate in this building. A serious hookup on this. Number one, which two are we still using today? Those are the two that you need to remember. RG6 and RG59. Those are the two that we still use today. 10 base 5 and 2. 5 and 2, that's back in the day, 15, 20 years ago. I was using that. Old cable, coax. Down at the bottom of page 273, the only two coax cable types used today are RG6 and RG59. Make sure you get that. What's the difference between them? RG6 has a thick cord. Down at the bottom, page 274, ThinNet coax, much easier to use. Generally, ThinNet cables use B and C connectors. British, they used to call them British naval connectors. Still the same thing on top of page 275. That's back in the day. That's when we were using 10 base 2 and 10 base 5. Really known not for communications, but you can see them on TVs. You can see some of the interconnection of TVs. You don't even see them that much either. Most of that is informational type. Twisted pair. That's what we were just talking about. How much do you really need to know about twisted pair? Well, it all depends on how deep you're going to get into it. Do you, in other words, just like I won't let you in my server room, you can bet I'm not near about to let you inside that closet. You can't get in that closet anyway unless you have a network background. In other words, you got to have, in other words, that's what I'm saying. Had both of those certifications, I could go inside. As long as you're certified both. And they trust you. Because you're certified now, I'd work with Win. Downtown. There's not that many Cisco technicians. We don't have that many. I mean, actual technicians that work for the school. Only, well, I don't know how many they have now. They still got Win down there. But it was only 6 when I was there. Only 6.